Maja John Madden, Juanito, and Acamal, Mexico. I am responding to a video on YouTube of Bill Clinton, ex-president of the United States, addressing the 2025 World Forum in Berlin about the state of politics in the world. Bill Clinton is a brilliant politician and an incredibly underestimated man. I think history will learn to see what an amazing president he was and what a very, very special man. He's still alive. I have a particular window into Bill Clinton because my professional career, there were 3 chapters. The first was Catholic seminary, studying to be a priest for 5 years, which informed the next 2, which I went on to become a clinical psychologist and psychotherapist, and then after that to become an organizational consultant. The field was organization development, management consulting, and I consulted to AT&T for several years and other places. All of those careers felt pastoral to me. I always felt like when I was at AT&T, 300,000 people, the largest company in the world in the 80s, I used to say they were my flock. And I always felt like I was ministering to the people there. And I was part of a crew, a whole phenomenon of people who had been student radicals and later in their lives decided the way to really change the world was to change organizations, and made the ultimate sacrifice and put on business suits and masqueraded as straight people and learned to speak business to try to change those organizations, and I was one of them. And so, in the same way I had sought out all kinds of training as a therapist, among them was Gestalt therapy. When I was trained in the 60s as a psychotherapist, they gave us 2 models, Freud and behaviorism. We didn't like either of them. And we sought out all kinds of creative therapies. One of them was Gestalt therapy, Fritz Perls, brilliant, famous, incendiary, controversial, but a force to be dealt with and very brilliant. And based on his beginnings of Gestalt therapy, that form of therapy got much more sophisticated, much more theoretically worked out, and possibly the best international training center for Gestalt therapy was the Gestalt Institute of Cleveland. And some number of years, maybe 15, 20 years into that being a psychotherapy institute, they created the Organization and Systems Development Program, OSD, an 18-month program where 56 days spread out over 18 months, a class of 36 people, always 18 men and 18 women, brilliant, 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 accomplished people, would come together and learn to use Gestalt principles in organizations. So that couldn't have been more perfect for me because I already had been to that institute several times for training in psychotherapy, and I loved that training. And at the first meeting, our first 6-day training, we were all together, 10 faculty and 36 students, watching Bill Clinton get sworn in as president. And the thought leader of all the faculty, the most brilliant person there, was a woman named Carolyn Lukensmeyer, who she had been one of my mentors of psychotherapy, and then gone away, and in a very rare, unprecedented development, used her organization development skills in politics and became the chief operating officer of the governor of Ohio, Governor Celeste. Unbelievable. And that job was over, and she came back, I think, just for 1.5-year program back at Cleveland. And she had that vision. And as we were watching Bill Clinton being sworn in, she was saying, this guy is the real deal. This guy is a genuine human being who has a chance of trying to change this system. And she ended up consulting to his administration. And I'm almost sure, I've tried to check the data, I'm pretty sure this is absolutely true. She facilitated, Bill Clinton led 2 Camp David retreats early and late in his administration. All the cabinet members at Camp David with him, she facilitated. She was there and has gone on to all manner of other political involvement in Washington. So I heard about Bill Clinton through her. And one of the things she would say was, because she got to know Hillary also, they are gender reversal. He is the people person, that's the classically female thing. He's the relationship person. And he was a genuine relationship person. He wasn't just a womanizer. It's classic that powerful men, charismatic men who don't know how to ask for support elsewise get it through sex. It's an addiction, definitely an addiction, not helpful. But considering the corrupt leaders we have right now, it looks pretty harmless because it was all consensual. And Monica Lewinsky absolutely seduced him more than vice versa. But he was. And Hillary was the analyst. And this helped me understand her election and why men were so threatened by her, because she's male. Her whole emotional, intellectual style is male, analytical, deal with the facts. She used to say that she was the designated worrier in their family. So I've always had a very warm spot in my heart for them. I've heard him speak at rallies. What a guy. And stayed in politics and has been a real force for good. And I don't recommend this particular talk that much. It's not him at his best. It's not super inspiring. It's some wise words, but maybe not worth the time. But this 8-minute video is worth your time. Not, I'm just about his age. I think we're about the same age. I think we are about the same age. And Trump. What a class, huh? I've probably not had as much good sex as Bill Clinton has, and certainly not a long-lasting marriage, which they deserve so much credit, what they wrote out, and what a strong, incredible woman she is, that she saw bigger. She knew more than to just emotionally react. Somebody's got their radio on next door. So I think I got some traveling music. Okay, thanks. Bye.